Hey, BubbaTac here, and this is going to be my unboxing video and initial thoughts on the Aero Precision AR-15 upper receiver. This is the slick side model, and this is going to be the upper receiver that I'm going to be using for my first AR-15 build that I'm doing. This is the fourth video, I believe, in a series of videos on that build, that ongoing build, which I have dubbed my Carbine Project 2 project. Go ahead and check out those other videos in my playlist that have to do with this build. So let's get to unboxing this. Okay, so as you see here, this is the Aero Precision AR-15 upper receiver. This one in particular, it can be either anodized or Cerakote. This one is the anodized, black hard-coated anodized. And as you can see here from the side tag, this is no forward assist. This is their slick side upper receiver. So just going over some of the specs that you can learn from the outside of the box and that are on their website and a couple other locations. These are forged from 7000 series T6 aluminum. They are type 3 class 2 black hard coated anodized or Cerakote finish. Like I said, this is the anodized that to a mil spec number, and they are their specifications are a mil spec specification for design. And they do offer the one with the forward assist and a couple other finishes and so on. This is just the black. They also have a flat dark earth, I believe, and maybe a couple others to choose from. They work with all standard AR-15 components, just like any other upper receiver you're going to buy, mil spec upper receiver you're going to buy. This is an important note to make of. This is the M4 feed ramps. It does have those, which is good. Sometimes some of the more or less expensive upper receivers don't have those. This uses just standard takedown pinholes, and it does have laser engraved T-marks, which is, that's not a big deal, but it is nice when you do have a monolithic rail like I'm planning on getting on the top that is T-marked, that those T-marks just kind of correspond with the T-marks on your upper receiver. I have a Bushmaster that does not have T-marks on it in correlation to my monolithic rail that I have, my free float rail, and it just kind of looks kind of funny to me. It's not really that big a deal. It's an aesthetic thing, but it's also nice to have them on there. And the fact that that is standard on their receivers, upper receivers, is pretty nice. And these are made in the USA, which is, again, always a good thing. So we'll go ahead and unbox it now. Comes in, just real quick, it comes in this real nice box. It really does. Lots of information on the outside of it, and well packaged. And the way it came from the distributor that I bought it from was well packaged as well. So when you open it up, it's inside this little plastic bag, and you just go ahead and take it out like that. And I've already had it out before, and my first impressions when I opened it were that it really does have a really nice finish. Nice deep black to it. It appears to be just they didn't miss anything. They really didn't. And sometimes when you get more affordable uppers or lowers, sometimes you can find spots that there might have been an issue with, but I have not, in my looking at this in its entirety, found a single flaw in the finish. So that's very nice to see, even at this price point. So this one is a fully assembled. I don't know if I figure they make a stripped one, but this one came fully assembled. Came with the has no forward assist, slick side. It did come with the loading port door, which I was going to get one anyway, so it's pretty cool that it had. Sometimes you can buy these. I don't know necessarily from them. Sometimes you can buy uppers that don't have this at all. Some of the new Colts that they have coming out don't have them at all. There's a couple manufacturers that they have a full upper receiver sans the door and the forward assist, and it's supposed to just lighten weight. So it's nice that this one actually came with one, and I do like that there was that they had a way to attach one either way, because I do like having a dust cover on there. Just makes me feel a little bit better. And there's your T marks on the top. They are every other one, as you can see, all even numbers all the way up. The threading on there for the barrel nut looks very well done. Here's the front of it, and the rear, and a little bit of the inside. There's the ejection port open. Has a shell deflector as well. And I don't know how well you can see in there, but it has pretty well done M4 feed ramps. I don't know where I can get you a view of that, but they're in there. So why did I go with oh, here's another thing. There's the latch for your charging handle. Looks well done. So why did I go with the Aero Precision? Well, I've been staying abreast of the What Would Stoner Do project that the guys over there at In Range are doing, and I'm very impressed with it so far. There are some things about it that I don't know if I'd do it that way, me personally, for if, you know, I'm doing a build like this, which right now I'm not doing a build like that because I'm using a, you know, standard AR-15 aluminum lower with my build. But I'm taking points of interest from them in trying to put together a rather light upper to go on my lower. And so I've been watching them since they started. And I was really impressed with some of the videos that they've done so far and some of the items that they've selected for their guns and their rifle and their carbine project. And one of the videos that was of great interest to me was when they did a review of their Aero Precision upper that they selected to put their Faxum barrels in. And they chose not to have a forward assist, which at first when I kind of saw that originally when they started doing those videos back at the beginning of the year, I thought it was kind of sacrilegious. But I don't know, maybe it was just the more conservative look that I was interested in having a forward assist. But I watched that video and I told myself this is going to be the deciding factor for me, whether they're going to be able to sway me to their side of the argument or not. And they made a very convincing argument for why it might not be necessary to have on there. And some arguments is if you did want to have it on there, why it would be of use. And for them, that did not outweigh its unnecessariness, if that's a word, but it not even needing to be on there. I had already been interested in shedding some weight, you know, just paying attention to the ounces so I could pay attention to the pounds. And I had been looking at lighter upper receivers anyways. And the ones I've been looking at were kind of had some skeletonizing going on. I really didn't care for them, and the prices really weren't where I wanted it to be for my build and the budget that I'm looking at. And the fact that this is about 1 ounce lighter than a standard one, that standard upper receiver, AR-15 upper receiver that does have the forward assist, kind of just went hand in hand with my interest in it. And the prices on these, I got this from Tom's Tactical, and had never done business with them before, but they, you know, were great to deal with this time. And they had these for $65 shipped, $64.95 I believe shipped. That's a great price. At first, when I went shopping for these, I seen at Primary Arms they had them for like $85, and I think that did not include shipping, but I'm not 100% certain. And they may have even been stripped, so they didn't come with the door. But I'm, like I said, I'm not 100% certain about that. It just seemed kind of more expensive than I was wanting to go. You know, you can get two Anderson Armory, or I'm sorry, Anderson Manufacturing uppers shipped to you for that cost. So that's really not what I was looking at. When I found this at Tom's Tactical, and there are a couple places that have for $65, I thought, man, that's a great price because it is fully assembled. This, if you bought this with a forward assist, that would normally cost you about $20 for a upper parts kit. So you're looking at about 60 bucks for, say, an Anderson and that kit, upper parts kit, and then shipping to you. So this actually, in the long run, ended up being less expensive for me to go. It gave me that additional weight savings that I was looking for. It gave me a lot of features that some of those less expensive uppers don't have, like a lot of them don't have the T-marks, some of them don't have M4 rams, and some of them don't have as nice a finish as this. And you know, they usually don't come fully assembled. So this was a good price, a little bit less expensive than stuff I was looking at and items I was going to have to buy separately. It all came assembled, and I can't really say enough about it just out of the box. It's a nice finish, it really is, and it's very well done. There are a couple guys out there, I believe, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I may annotate it, but Small Arm Solutions, sorry about that. He has used Aero Precision's upper receivers and lower receivers in several of his builds that are like M16A4, you know, clones, and I believe even some of his M16A2 clones that he was doing, and he speaks very highly of them, and I really do believe he knows what he's talking about after seeing one of these in person like this. They really are a good bang for the buck, and they seem very well made. So pleased they get it, and time will tell if it really holds up well. I don't see any reason why it would not, and it's going to be a great addition, and it starts the next phase of the program, which is to start building the upper. If I'm getting close to being completely done with the lower, at least put together, maybe not 100% the way I want it, but getting close to being done with the lower, this really does start the upper project on its way. So we're getting closer towards completion of this project. Okay, there it is, assembled on top of the Anderson Manufacturing lower that I'm using for my project, with all the other components that I've so far accumulated together. Looks pretty good on there. The Aero Precision upper may look just a little bit darker, but not by much. The finishes are pretty close to each other, and they look pretty good together. So this was my review of the Aero Precision's AR-15 upper receiver slick side, which is sans the forward assist. Thanks for watching.